Hi, Aries. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cross watchers are always welcome. Today, we're going to ask our spirit guides what's next in love. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back. If you're new to this channel, I'm very grateful you found us. Let's see what our guides have for you today. What's next in love, Spirit? Please share with me loving messages. What is it that you want us to know, think about, manifest with me? I am listening for you now. Let's see what we have. I have be spontaneous. Okay, so stepping out of your comfort zone and having some fun. Stepping out of your the little box, the isolation zone that you put yourself into, the routine. So maybe we just have to try some new things. I have communication. Opening up. Somebody's reaching out to you. They want to talk. There's a sense of getting to know you is how I want to feel. Be careful that you don't get roped into those relationships where somebody's spending all kinds of time with you on text messages and phone, and they're trying to have this big emotional relationship. That's a pen pal, okay? If they don't want to see you in person, then they're not serious. So don't spend all kinds of time, flirting and banter back and forth with somebody. It's okay for a little bit until you set a date, but make sure you're not falling in love with somebody over text messages. All right. Like you want to do something that is on a real level where you're seeing the person. I have a deep dive. I want to get to know you. It was more even deeper than that. It was, I want to know everything about you. So it's the person who wants to know where you grew up. I want to see where, what elementary school you went to. I want to see where you graduated from high school. I want to know, your family. I want to know what makes you tick, so that person is really, really into you, and they want to know all these moving parts and pieces. So they really do understand you. How nice. And I have a free spirit. Be spontaneous and be a free spirit. So are you ready, Aries? It's a little bit of a, only because of the Aries energy, there's this kind of, you light my fire energy, which I don't usually pick up on in Aries, but it was more of they like the energy. I love your energy. Maybe you're very spontaneous. Maybe you are a free spirit. Maybe that's something that, you love about yourself and people love about you. But it was more of I love your energy. They will definitely feel that. And I think that they're going to, I love, you light my fire. Okay. It's just a sense of, I can feel the fire burning. I can feel the fire in you. I can feel that Aries energy coming through. So I love that. I have Magick at the bottom of my deck. Ooh, look at this crystal ball. I believe, now some of you could be very spiritual. You could be very intuitive yourself. You could be very involved in the spirit world, like myself. And they could love that about you. It's a little bit of a mystery to them, or I love that you tap into this realm. I love that you're connected to this realm. So they could see that in you, but I like you light my fire, that fire sign energy coming in. That felt nice. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you need me to know at this time? I have a 7 of Cups. I have a 3 of Swords. I have an Ace of Wands. Look at that fire again. And I have a Tower. I feel like somebody realized that there's a lot of fish in the sea. Okay, and it could be you. It could be after a very difficult Tower moment. You realize, you know what? There's a lot of fish in the sea. There's a lot of people out there. And it only takes one. It only takes one to light my fire. I light their fire. I turn them on. They turn me on. I'm passionate about this connection. So I do feel like we are realistic. Some of you may say, yeah, but all the good ones are taken and all that. But others of you are going to say, you know what? No one person is going to hold me back from living a life of happiness. Okay. So I do believe that you feel that way. I do believe that after a tower moment, you were like, you know what? I don't need this. And I'm going to go find somebody else who does want me. So good for you, because you have a lot of value here and a lot to offer. I have a high priestess. Yeah, they're attracted to your spiritual energy. I have a Knight of Pentacles. I have an Eight of Cups. And I have a Nine of Wands. So it was definitely a feeling of I deserve more. This felt like I'm working really hard in a couple different areas of my life. I'm working on my spiritual growth. I'm working on my own kind of, inner being energy. I'm working on building myself up financially. I am preparing. They're saying that you're preparing. You could be preparing for this union. Okay. You're getting ready for this union, whether you know it or not. So you have, if you walked away from something or something ended, you have spent the time wisely. Okay. Because you've got your head in the game that no one person is going to take away your own happiness, and that you have a lot of work to do on yourself. And I'm fine, but this person's attracted to your spirituality. There's definitely a sense of they see how intuitive you are or how empathic you are, or they love what you do. Maybe you read tarot cards and they think that's cool. Maybe they think they know you watch tarot readings, and, they find themselves sitting behind you and watching some of your favorite readers and going, that's amazing. How do these people know that? Right. So it's just a sense of they appreciate you. They appreciate this part of you because not everybody has it. Not everybody has that kind of spiritual connection that you may be having. So they could really appreciate that, and, just see that inside energy within you that just shines. Spirit, please share with me. I have basics, plankton. That came into me as it's everywhere. That's interesting. I'm asking Spirit, what do they mean by that? The energy is everywhere. Thoughts of you is everywhere. Maybe it's a feeling of once we're together that you touch like all parts of my life. Okay. That it's not just date night once a week. It turns into, what are you doing today? We've got some business to take care of. We got to clean a yard. We've got some errands to do. We got to buy groceries. We're going to make dinner, so it feels like it starts to touch all areas of your life, not just, casual date here or there. So when they said it's everywhere. So this connection is kind of connecting to all areas of your life. I have letting go of a sea snake. It could have been the tower moment that you had. And I definitely watched that person slither away. I'm not interested in that. I have the number 22, the number 30. Those could be important numbers to somebody. And then I have a mangrove, innovation. That is coming into me as growth. That's coming into me in the number 15. This is just going to grow. It's either, it's similar to a tree where I'm putting down roots. So they're saying under the sea. So I'm going to say under the surface. I'm going to say under the surface that it grows. So you've got something growing on the inside. Okay. Yes, we're attracted to each other on the outside. I love your energy. But I love your light. I'm going to say within, because it feels more like they're recognizing this kind of light within you, and this kind of fire. You light my fire, but it's also, I see this light in you. So, yeah, beautiful. You know, people pick up on energy. Let's face it. It's not how we talk to each other. I don't think anybody walks up to somebody and says, you know, like, I can feel your energy in my soul. Like, we don't talk like that. We may just say, you know, you got a lot of spunk, or you know, you're so optimistic all the time, or I love how you just said that. I love how you look at things, you know. So how we talk to each other is different than what we're feeling energetically, but we're trying to say it, but it just, you know, we just don't come out and say, you know, I can feel you in my soul. I mean, that's not something I think to everyday people say, but on a spiritual level, that's really what you are feeling. You're feeling it in your soul. I have the moon. I have a Knight of Wands. I have hope. And I have a Three of Cups. And these do have key words. So I have illusion, activity, hope, and reunion. And it could be a reunion of souls. But what's jumping out at me is the star, when I had said beneath the surface. And you can see she's reaching for the light at the top of the surface. And, you know, she's going to break through that surface and she's going to find the light. So it is a combination of... I can always reach for the light. So I know there's a special connection between you and your spirit guides. So keep that in mind. They're very strong around you today. You're very intuitive today. You are very drawn to this person. So yes, you're attracted to them, but I feel like it's more of an energetic attraction. I feel that they make you laugh, Spirit's saying. They make your heart skip a beat. You make their heart skip a beat. You know, when I first met you, you made me nervous. I'm thinking about you, daydreaming about you, you know, all of those things that you say, oh, those are so corny, Kathy. But in reality, they happen. And when they happen, it kind of takes your breath away. You know, when you go to kiss somebody and you back off and you realize that your eyes are all watery and the person looks at you and says, why are you crying? And you're like, I'm just so happy. I'm just feeling feelings and it feels good, you know. So that's what's going on here, whether we say it's falling in love or I'm finally feeling something with someone. I have a 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, 7 of Cups, and I have a Page of Swords. So going back to that feeling of there's a lot of choices, and I'm going to make the right choice this time. I'm going to ask a lot of questions. There's something about the 10 of Pentacles. You could have been in a relationship in the past with somebody who just was not good with money. I'm going to say it that way. Whether couldn't hold a job, didn't want a job, felt like somebody else should be, you know, just picking up the tab, just wasn't pulling their weight. So it's not like that's the most important thing to you, but I do feel like you're asking a lot of questions in that area. You want to make sure that they're at least stable and secure in their own life. So I do feel like that's something that Spirit will bring you when it says 10 of Pentacles and, you know, I feel lucky. So I'm going to say this time you have somebody that you're not going to have to worry about, can this person hold a job, you know, or is this person not paying their bills and looking for you to bail them out? So I don't feel that. I feel like that was somebody's past. And I do feel like you know that there's a lot of choices out there again, and you're going to choose differently this time. You're going to choose somebody who is more in alignment with you and definitely feels that they want to know everything about you. They're really curious about your entire life, your history. Like I said earlier, what makes you tick. Okay, let's see. I have an 8 of Wands. I have a 6 of Wands. I have a Tower. And I have a 5 of Cups. So this could come in very quickly for some of you after a breakup. It's almost like, is it too soon energy just came in. So sometimes you break up with somebody and you meet somebody right away and you think, oh God, is this just a rebound? I don't want to, or am I just lonely and I'm jumping into something? It could be you want to ask the right questions, but it could be also God's plan that that's when they came in. They just happened to come in, after a storm. So don't push it away if it's meant to be. You'll find out soon enough, Spirit's saying. But there could be a very short term for some of you, not all of you. A shorter gap between an ending and a new beginning than you ever thought would happen. So you may meet somebody sooner than later. That could be going on. Spirit, what are the feelings around this connection for Aries? What is it that you have for us? Let's take a luxurious trip somewhere. I like that. I want to take you away. That 10 of Pentacles is kicking in. Somebody who can afford to travel. Okay, somebody who would like to travel. They're looking for a partner to travel with. They don't want to travel alone, Spirit just said. But they can afford to travel. They can afford to go places. They like to go away. So if you're looking forward to traveling in the years ahead, you just found a partner who wants to do that. I have flighty ways because this connection is too intense. I could feel that. I could feel a little overwhelmed in the beginning with this connection, but I don't feel like it's something I would ever push away. I love this. We are eternal lovers. I mean, I just found you. You make my heart skip a beat. When was the last time you met somebody that when your phone rang and you realized it was them, you actually jump because you're so excited that you want to see what they say. So that's what I'm talking about. It's just really exciting, fun energy. I'm no longer thinking with my head. I'm following my heart. So I definitely am going to follow my heart in this connection. I like that. I'm not going to go with that for a second. I watch pick a card readings about you. Somebody is into tarot. I'm assuming that that's you. You could be manifesting with your tarot readings and you're here. So you could be manifesting. That's okay. I can, and I will. That just came into me as I'm available. I'm not going to go with the alcohol numbs my brain because I don't feel like I have a problem of addiction in this connection. I can, and I will. Somebody who is self-confident, that takes action and wants to be with you. I want to know everything about you is really where they're at. And that's the person who's very, very interested in a future. So I'm going to put this out into the universe. If it's not in your life yet, we're going to claim it, own it. We're going to put it out into the universe, ask Spirit to guide it to us now. And let's thank Spirit. I want to thank Spirit for these messages. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you always for your kind words and comments, everybody. I read them all. If anyone would like to book a private reading, I'll put my website link below, KathyMamolen, psychicmedium.com. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I'll see you again real soon.